Alright guys, we are back in my garage for another video, and today we're going to be talking about the new turbos from Dynamic Autowerks. If you guys have been following my previous videos, then you'll see that I have been testing one of the new turbos on my 340i, and now they have finally been released. Now, I've shared some pump gas numbers already. I'll be sharing some ethanol numbers and results in the future, but for this video, I just kind of wanted to share with you guys that they are actually out and available for purchase in case you're interested in going this route. But in this video, we're going to talk more about what makes them different and how you can choose which turbo is best for you depending on your goals. So let's go ahead and talk about it, and hopefully you guys find this video useful. Now, as always, for everybody that's new to the channel, I create these videos to help keep you updated on the latest developments in our community, as well as discuss technical topics so that we have a better understanding of how our engines work. So if you're interested in more videos like that, be sure to subscribe because there will be a lot more coming out in the future. Tell me when to start. Action! So the new Dynamic Autowerks turbos are the same as before as far as like the design and kind of styling. So I've talked about these being a hybrid turbo a lot in the past, and I know that makes a lot of people lose their minds. So just to clarify, these are stock location turbos, but they're not really made to how hybrid turbos have been made in the past. Normally a hybrid turbo is a stock turbo that you've modified, machined it out, put a bigger wheel inside of it to increase the flow, and then you basically try to create more power from a stock looking turbo. But most of the new turbos on the market are brand new castings, completely redesigned, and this is no different. So you'll see on the new exhaust manifold, this is basically one of the biggest differences. It has much bigger ports so that it's higher flowing, and that can help increase spool as well as support more power capacity on a similar turbo setup. And you can also see it now has the cast DAW in the housing, and this is to kind of help avoid imitations out there because we've had some replicas kind of get out on the market, and some of them have mixed results on how they perform or how reliable they are. So this just helps make sure that if you're buying the new line of turbos, you know you're getting an authentic piece. Now, otherwise, these will look pretty much the same from the outside. You'll see that they have new badging on there. My turbo didn't have the badging because it was kind of a prototype unit. So some of you guys were asking about that, but if you do buy a new one, it will come with the badging that actually says what type of turbo it is. So that should eliminate any confusion without you having to measure the wheel and things like that. And yeah, we still have a billet wheel, so all of that is similar design with that S-shaped blade. But now it also does come with a high flow inlet, so that's really nice to see. I talked about this in the past, it was a little bit hard sometimes to make it fit the stock inlet. And now that it comes with a high flow inlet that's built for the turbo, it should again support more airflow as well as just make it easier to install. Now there are 3 different turbos that are going to be brand new, and these are basically replacing the previous turbos. At the time of making this video, the old ones are still available on there, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend buying like a regular Flow Max or Ultra Flow at this point because the new turbos are going to perform much better all around. So the first one and the entry-level one is the Ultra Flow X. That's actually what I have on my 340i. That is the smallest turbo that's going to give you the quickest spool, but it's also going to tap out the soonest. So you can see on the website it's rated for around 730 wheel horsepower or so, but that really depends on, all of the supporting mods and things like that. My goals are nowhere near there, but this is something that I was focused on because I'm going to be tracking my car. So I want a turbo that has the quickest response possible. And I think that probably supports most people's goals, especially if you're sticking with the stock engine and stock transmission. 700 wheel is more than enough for most people. Now the next one is the 6466, and this is basically replicating the wheel sizing for a very popular precision turbo setup. Some of you guys already have a 6466, so you kind of know what I'm talking about. But this is using the Dynamic Autowerks design styling. So it's still a stock location turbo that fits with regular downpipes, intakes, anything that works with the stock turbo, and it's still going to support a lot of power. So again, on the website, it's showing that it has capacity for about an extra 100 wheel horsepower, and this is the one that'll allow you to go over 800 wheel. Now the last one is the 6769, and this is the new biggest turbo coming from Dynamic Autowerks. And you can see the difference in wheel sizing here. They posted pictures showing how it compares to the stock turbo compressor wheel as well as the old ultra-flow compressor wheel. So it is a much bigger wheel, both on the compressor side and on the turbine side. And again, this just allows for more power. So this is going to be kind of for those of you that are shooting for crazy builds. This is probably the one that can get you 900 wheel horsepower or more, depending on your fueling and supporting mods, again, just like everything else. But this is kind of the king of all of the stock location turbos. You know, if you really want to be able to make the maximum amount of power with a stock looking engine bay, then this is the one that you would go with. This is also the one that's going to support the most power on pump gas, because like we talked about previously, if you're running pump gas, it's going to be really hard to max out a turbo. But on low boost, you can make more power with a bigger turbo, and that's where this can kind of come into play as well. So you'll still have pretty good spool characteristics. You'll have a lot more capacity if you do decide to add ethanol or methanol in the future, but at least on pump gas, this will be the one that supports the most power. So yeah, again, I just kind of wanted to present this to you guys because a lot of you have been asking, when is it going to drop? And now it is officially released. I will have my affiliate links for BimmerNetwork down in the video description. So if you guys buy through there, you will be supporting the channel as well. And also keep in mind, these are available for Gen 1 and Gen 2 B58. So whether you have a 340i or a Supra, there is an option available for you. So let me know what you guys think, if there's one that you're considering. And I think that's pretty much it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope this helps. And if you have any other questions or comments, leave them down below. All right, now you can turn it off.
So this, and this is the right.